Let me introduce myself. My name is Sifa Tazkia. My number identity 221101060038. I make this video to fulfill final test methodology in Tesol assignment. In this opportunity, I want to use a problem-based learning approach. Problem-based learning approach is an instructional method where students learn by engaging in real-world and complex problems. Instead of traditional lecture-based instruction, students work in groups to explore and solve these problems, fostering self-directed learning, critical thinking, and collaborative skills. And did you know what are the principal components of problem-based learning? Okay, let me tell you. There are 5 principal components of problem-based learning, include 1. Real-world problems. Students are presented with open-ended real-world problems that do not have a single correct answer. 2. Self-directed learning. Students take responsibility for their own learning, identifying what they need to know to solve the problem. 3. Small group collaboration. Students work in small groups promoting discussion, teamwork, and collective problem solving. 4. Facilitator role. Instruction act as facilitator or guides, helping students navigate the problem solving process rather than providing direct instruction. 5. Iterative process. Learning is iterative, involving repeat cycles of problem solving, research, and reflection. Procedure of the implementation of problem-based learning. Teacher introduces the problem, example, and learning procedure of problem-based learning using PowerPoint material. Students organize group of 4 to 6 to define the problem. Students clarify what they know and should know and generate learning issue, which they record in the given worksheet. Students individually search for the topic that teacher gives. Students record what they found in the worksheet and study about what other members found. Students discuss in order to sieve out meaningful information and record useful and relevant information to be used in making their video in the worksheet. Teachers goes around the classroom and gives help when any question about establishing keywords, limiting relevant information, and comprehending information written in English. Students discuss how to design and edit their video by sketching the content, process, and outcomes recording on the worksheet. Students divide their roles in order to eventually complete their problem solving. Students frequently monitor and assess each other's progress, integrate all the established content and visual material together. Student video record the integrate content and materials in or out of the school. Students work on design the procedure or integrating the content and materials after school when needed. Students present what they made video and appreciate together. Students participate in peer evaluation by filling in the evaluation form. Teachers give feedback after peer evaluation. With this principal component, there are several advantages that can be obtained when using problem-based learning. Among them, 1. Enhance critical thinking. Problem-based learning encourages students to think critically and analytically, as they must evaluate information and develop solutions to complex problems. 2. Improve problem-solving skills. Students practice and improve their problem-solving abilities applicable to real-world scenarios. 3. Collaborative skills. Working in groups helps students develop teamwork and communication skills. 4. Self-directed learning. Students become more autonomous learners, taking responsibility for their education and becoming lifelong learners. 5. Knowledge retention. Learning in context through real-world problems tends to improve retention and understanding of knowledge. But in addition to this advantage, there are disadvantages to implementing problem-based learning. Include 1. Resource intensive. Problem-based learning can be demanding in terms of time, resource, and effort required from both students and instructors. 2. Instructor training. Facilitators need special training to guide rather than instruct, which may require async and traditional teaching methods. 3. Assessment challenge. Traditional testing methods may not adequately assess the learning outcomes of problem-based learning, requiring the development of new assessment tools. 4. Group dynamic. The effectiveness of problem-based learning can be affected by group dynamic, with issues such as unequal participation or conflict potentially hindering learning. 5. Variation in student engagement. Some students may struggle with the self-directed aspect of problem-based learning, leading to variable levels of engagement and learning outcomes. So guys, because previous explanation, I chose this method so that students can practice their ability to analyze problems and solve them. And I will raise the topic of the high unemployment rate in Indonesia. Unemployment is one of the most crucial social and economic problems in Indonesia. High unemployment rate not only have a negative impact on the individual who experience it, but also affect the country's economic and social stability. Although the government has implemented various policies to reduce unemployment, this problem is still a big challenge. There are many factors that affect the number of unemployed people in Indonesia. And the government has also sought solutions, but it has not been able to close the unemployment rate in Indonesia. So I want students to look for information from reliable sources that discuss 1. What are the factors of unemployment rate in Indonesia? 2. What are the impact on the country and social life? 3. What are the solutions to overcome this problem based their own innovation? 4. Students asked to create a small business as a strategy to reduce unemployment in Indonesia, starting from themselves in groups. In the problem-based learning method that I use, I will make a group of 5 students to analyze the factors and impact of unemployment in Indonesia and find a solution based on their own innovation and abilities to solve this problem. I will provide paper for them to write the answers to the 4 questions I gave at the beginning, with the implementation of the 4-step student activity. The 4-step student activity include: first, problem definition. I will give students 10 minutes to understand the problem of unemployment in Indonesia. What are the factors, impact, and solution? Second, strategy design. For 20 minutes, students are asked to find information individually and then discuss the knowledge they have gained, as well as exchange different information and knowledge. Third, strategy implementation. I will give students 30 minutes to implement the solution strategy or small business idea. Consider the process and impact of implementing the solution strategy can be a small business idea and modify the strategy. Fourth, implementation evaluation. I will give them 25 minutes to compare the results with the original objective and assess the present text of solution, process, and final solution. They can add new problems in this time. And in the last minute, I will give them feedback about the answers they have written and ask them to practice their small business as a learning step so that they can implement their small business experience when one day they need a job and they can provide a job to the employee when their business becomes large and successful. Teachers will monitor the progress of their small business periodically for 3 weeks. Maybe that's enough from me. Thank you for watching.